I pulled Yae way back in the day, and then I got her C1 from the selector, but I'd really like her C2 because A, it increases the attack range, then 2, I'm eyeing this elemental mastery, and I am a big fan of elemental mastery because it is very hard to build both crit stats and elemental mastery. I'm gonna do it. I have 120 pulls, and I'm at 0 pity. I've already run the math. From just the 120, I should have a 70% chance. So chances are on my side, but it's not guaranteed. I think at the very least, I'd be happy losing to any of them. I don't have Wriothesley and I don't have Sino. So if I get one of them, that's still a limited character. So here we go. We're at 0 pity. This is 10. No way. Are you serious? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm Sino.
Okay.
General Mahamatra of the Academia. It's my duty to uphold the rules and punish wrongdoing. I will protect you on your journey.
Okay, I'm happy with that. So we're at 1, 2 pity, but just a second. Okay. So way back in the day, or I guess not way back in the day, but the last time there was a Sumeru Chronicled banner, I was pulling for Tighnari's weapon. I lost my 50-50. Guess what weapon I lost my 50-50 to? It's currently on Zhongli. I already have Sino's signature. So I am very happy to actually have Sino now. Okay, so I'm at 2 pity. I'll do 8 single pulls to get me up to an even 10. Pull number 8, 10 pity. Okay, so I'm at 10, so this is going to be 20, and I have enough to go all the way to hard pity, so I'm definitely going to get hurt. That was amazing. Okay, here's 20. Nada. 30. Zhongli. 40. What even are the 4 stars? Is it just any 4-star you can get? Because there's no like up rate 4-star, so I guess it's just any of them. So 50. 60. Here we go. Wow, I got 2 earlies. That never happens. So this is, what is this? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. There she is. Nice. That didn't take many pulls at all. How many did I start with? I started with 120, so that took like, what, 78 pulls total? I usually take more pulls just to get 1 5-star. Oh wait, I don't want to activate that yet. I want to do some testing. I mean, I guess I was intending to spend all these wishes. Should I go for the weapon? I don't know that I want to go for the weapon. Is her weapon even any good? That is pretty good for her. Okay, I would only have a 14% chance. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so this weapon has crit rate. She ascends with crit rate, so she's going to have a lot of crit rate. Or not. How is that possible? 68, 167? That's terrible. So I stole her artifacts to give to a variety of other people. So I'm going to steal those back. I think I'm going to steal that. I'm going to enhance it and I'm going to steal it. Give me a double. There we go. Ooh, crit rate too. I might be over crit now, actually, now that I think about it. No, I'm actually at like exactly 1-to-2 ratio. Nice. Her attack is kind of low. Why is her attack low? Oh, it's because she's using Electro. I actually don't want to use Electro. Oh well, it's good enough for now.
Scout ahead? I'm on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where I would put an Odette if I had one, but she has not been released yet. So for now, I suppose I will just do a Scoffier.
Let's go stretch our legs while the flavors are mingling.
All right. Okay, first things first, I'm going to test the range. I'm going to put a turret
Right
way
here.
back here. It does not...
Emerge.
Oh, no.
Come on out.
Okay, so it's like about right here is where it starts.
Several hours later.
All right, here we go. Okay. Is this the farthest point? It might be the farthest point. So in Stygian, you're just going to be able to hit them from anywhere. But interestingly, it does not increase the range over which these link together. It doesn't seem.
Right here.
Yeah, because these are pretty close and they're still not linked. Okay, interesting. So let's see. So what teams do I want to do? I want to do... So Superconduct, Spread, Lunar, Charged. Maybe I should also do a Hyperbloom. Okay, so these are my teams. Oh, and then also standard deviation. Never report an average without a standard deviation, children. That's how the devil wins. Okay, I'm not going to be able to test her stellar conduct damage because I do not have Sandrone, so I actually can't enable stellar conduct on my account yet, so that's just going to have to remain a mystery. There she is.
Whatever would you do without me?
Suffer and die, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Escoffier. There you are.
Utensils at the ready. I think not. Right now. Right here. Off to the freezer. Goose on the loose. Such defiant. Emerge. Right here. The pinnacle of excellence.
Leave none stand.
Right now. Right here. Right now. A burst of flavor.
Tremble.
Such defiant. Right here. Right now. A little amuse-bouche. The pinnacle of excellence.
Let's fight. Now's our chance. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Okay, so the verdict on the Superconduct, there's about a 7% increase, so it's meaningful, but it's not too crazy. I have a feeling that if this were an actual stellar conduct team, it would be more meaningful, but I unfortunately can't test that at the moment, and I was not going to wait until 7.0 to activate this constellation. I'm sorry, my fortitude is not high enough for that. Alright, so we're gonna do Tighnari.
I'll lead the way.
There's official.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Okay.
Such defiant. Right now. Emerge.
As you wish, mainframe. I'll uproot you!
I'm always watching. I'm always watching.
And shroud!
Such defiant. Right now. Right here.
Midnight Phantasm. Yeah. I hear everything. Can't see? Can't see?
Okay, overall, this one saw double the improvement on a percentage basis as the Superconduct team. It's about a 14% improvement. However, this damage is very low. overall. So it's, you know, if I have a dollar in my pocket and I pick up another dollar, I've just doubled my money, but I'm still broke essentially. So this is not a team that you're going to do much with, but that might just be down to the fact that I'm using Tighnari. And as much as I love Tighnari, which is why I used him, he is definitely not the premier DPS of the game. So it's very possible that if you were to use someone even a bit stronger like Al-Haytham, this would have been a more reputable team. But as it stands, this is just kind of like a gee whizzical, wow, look at that kind of thing. I wouldn't actually recommend this composition.
Allow me to guide the way.
Warm-up complete. Will we be gone long? Surge. A new moon rises. Defensive mode engaged.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Observe. Night falls. To dust.
Surge. A new moon rises. Right now, right here. Preparing for dust up.
Do you fear the dark? Night falls. Be silent.
Wait. Wayne.
Eyes, do you fear the dark?
Lunar charged as I suspected. It did have an impact. It was almost as much as the Aggravate. It's 12%. And in this case, that's actually pretty meaningful because the damage was already starting very high. My Flynn's is C4 and my Columbina is C6, so this is a very high investment team. So giving that EM to Flynn's definitely helped out a bit. That being said, it is still lower than my Sucrose team. Unfortunately, the thing about Yae is that she only gives EM to herself and the on-fielder. It is not a team-wide buff. So unlike Sucrose, who again is better in this slot, Sucrose will give EM to everyone on the team, which is why she pulls ahead. However, if you don't want to use Sucrose and you want to use Yae, it is perfectly workable. I would actually maybe not recommend this team, but it is very usable. So Columbina is now going to be my DPS. Who do I want? Oh, Lauma.
Do not
and
be
Aye-Yae.
afraid.
Yay! Playtime! Whoa. A moonlit night for all. Right here. Emerge. Right now.
By the frost moon of old, branch into song.
Ding dong! Wah! Wayne. Emerge. Wayne. Three moons converge. Emerge. Right here. Right now. Chew on this. Ding dong.
With one heart, we pray. Branch into
And then we have the Lunar Hyperbloom. This one was about an 11% increase over the C1. So for this one, again, it was meaningful. It's kind of similar to Lunar Charged, which is what you would expect. Since Yae gives EM to herself and the on-fielder, she increases her own Hyperbloom damage, and then also Columbina's Lunar Bloom damage, direct Lunar Bloom damage that she does from her charged attacks. So that's where the damage increase is really coming from. I think I would have to do some testing, but I think that if you were to run Flineffa, a C0 Flineffa, I think that team DPS would actually be higher than this. However, I know that there's a lot of people out there who do not like Flineffa. They call her a clanker. Personally, I love Flineffa. I really only pulled her for my Flins. I don't think I would ever pull her alone, but I don't have a problem with her. But there are a lot of people that kind of just don't like her. So if you're one of those people and you pulled Yae for your Stellar Conduct teams, you can also use her with Columbina, and Columbina's banner is starting right now. So this is actually a pretty good team in my opinion. Again, I wouldn't recommend it as the most meta in the game, but it is very workable. All right, so overall, if you take the average of all the teams, I got like a 10% increase in team DPS going from C1 to C2, which I think is fine. It's a very okay increase per cost, I would say. It's not negligible, but it's also not crazy. I really do hope that her impact in the Stellar Conduct teams is more useful. I am expecting a higher damage percent increase in those teams, specifically because that is where she is intended to be used. None of her Stellar Conduct damage is actually active right now, which means that her own personal damage from the EM increase really doesn't matter. Stellar Conduct, which she will deal a lot of, actually scales very well with EM. So she will buff the on-fielder's EM and then her own EM, which would, in my opinion, increase damage even more. But as it stands, the teams that I could test, it's about a 10% across the board, give or take. All right, everybody, thank you for watching, and remember, there is no escape from my love. Bye-bye.